The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Friday, the 10th day of June, 2022. Welcome to the Daily Hour, brought to you by Medical House One Communications and Lindos. I'm Jamal Hart, and she's Sherry Vanderpool, and Leanna Lambert will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in her news break, brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Sherry.
Yes.
On your favorite day of the traditional work week?
You have to do the Sherry Shake since it's Friday and it's a special episode and it's the weekend and the audience is here. It's so much to be happy about today. Sherry Shake with me, Jamal. Sherry Shake. You all right? You need to call somebody?
That's the Hartman bounce. Don't on the Hartman.
Well, the Sherry Shake won the pool. So what?
You know why I don't take pills.
You
know why I don't take pills seriously?
No, you didn't.
Not just because it is. But democracy gets us bad people elected. Just look at the presidents of the United States. So don't give me that. Don't give me that. I don't have no
Look where you gotta go. Look where you gotta go.
I'm telling you, I don't have no faith in democracy. So you all can vote.
Loser.
Yeah, call me what you want. I've been called worse. Yes. Anyway, greetings everyone, and thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today as we welcome Keisha Webb from the Bermuda Tourism Authority. We're going to learn about the Clipper race. The daily play is, well, Sherry's trying to show how smart I am, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
We'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, I mean, normally it's easier for me than it is most people sitting across from me when it comes to answering questions. I said that. And that goes to all of you.
Okay. No worries, Jamal.
Yeah. But hey, look, we've got a show today, and obviously, as Karen Simmons has reminded us, she says, happy 500th episode anniversary to the H team. Congratulations. Continue the conversations, teaching and elevating the community. David Michael R. Wilson, good morning to the H family, and happy 500th episode to the H. We appreciate it. We definitely appreciate you. Thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be at 500. Sam Cat Place says, I like what you did, Sherry, the Sherry Shake. Sam Cat Place, excuse me. Hold on. Bounce, it's, yeah. Phil Trott says, Hartman Bounce just gave me motion sickness.
I see who he voted for.
Yeah, he just exposed his vote, right? But no, really, Traveling Trotty, congratulations to the H on this milestone. 500 episodes is a lot. I don't think people understand how many mornings to wake up and get here and do this. I was actually just going to give Phil some thanks, and I'm taking it back now, right?
But I was just going to say, and hats off to you, Jamal, because 500 episodes, you've sat in that chair majority of this, and I have to give this time and this moment to you to say we appreciate you.
Oh, I thank you, recorded. I thank you, sister. Yeah, it's all recorded, so I mean they've got it here for you. And when Leanna says something nice too, that's going to be recorded. So keep it going. But
so thank you.
No, thank you guys, and I want to. I might as well thank Phil since you put me in that position. But without Phil, I would have been on every last episode, and grateful for him coming in and just building up the team. Sancha and Burp and Maya on board. So you guys, everybody knows who Burp is. Larry Marshall Jr. But I didn't give him a nickname, folks. But it's been a pleasure. So the question of the morning, because we've and you all have been awesome. We've been getting a lot of feedback via email. I tend not to bombard my colleagues, the group, with all of the feedback, because that would take away from me bothering them about other stuff. But I'm joking. But I'm not though. What have you learned from engaging on the daily hour? That's a feel good Friday, a good day. What have you learned from engaging on the daily hour? At the end of this show, we will be doing a couple hashtags to do some giveaways. So stick with us. We're going to do a couple of giveaways. So you're going to have the opportunity, more than one shot, to win a few things on today's episode. So get your hashtags ready. I'm pretty sure you know what the hashtags may be. What have you learned from engaging on the daily hour? That's the question of the morning. What have you learned from engaging on the daily hour? What you got for us, Sister Sherry?
Well, I had a long list of different episodes that I took something from, but Jamal shut that down. You all think it's nice behind the scenes, but he shut it down. So I decided to just write, a clear statement on what I have taken from the daily hour. So I've learned overall that having value in conversations are important for growth, not only in your home, but in your community and your career. So I believe that the daily hour has been a key asset to it all. There were so many episodes, Jamal, that I took something from. Sometimes I was backstage, like just engaged and just listening and forgetting that, I have a part of this show to do. And I've enjoyed all of them, from Craig Simmons to Eugene, Sir John Swan, H&H, Gumbiz, just learning the history, Rashida Godwin. Who else was it? It was so many episodes that I took so much from business to our Bermuda culture, to just learning what is going on in our community. And to be here on this 500th episode, to be able to speak about it is absolutely amazing. So, yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, and you're right. The thing is, it's not. The show is not focused on one particular subject or group of people. So it's not just about politics or sports. If anything, we try to stay away from the political guests, but we can't avoid them because we've got to give the people what they're looking for. But I've learned a lot, and I think I've learned a lot from the audience as well.
Mm-hmm.
There are times we may say things, and they'll be quick to Google and get the answer for us. I think I've learned from the conversations that we've had with certain guests, certain things that we just don't know, and it's okay to not know stuff. But most of all, through the discussions, the research that we have to do, the things that we have to look up. I'll use the Daily Play, for instance. You all think just because I'm asking the questions, I know the answer. No, I only know the answer because I go and research to come up with the question. And so it's been a learning opportunity for me. Like, this show has been education. It's been a schooling for me because it's put me in a position where I have to learn to be able to facilitate conversations and provide the information to you all. So an example was Reggie Lamb of the Bermuda men's national team posted that he is now Bermuda's most capped player 44, and I spoke about this yesterday. Well, that was a question I had like earlier this year, that I was going to put forth, but because he was tied with Damon Ming on 43, I decided not to ask it. Just wanted to wait until he passed it, but then he wanted to go blow up the spot and make it public the other day that he passed it and is number one. But I say all that because it's made me, you know how they say when you leave school that the learning never stops? This show is a testament to the learning never stopping. You all have kept me on my toes in terms of making sure that when we come on here, the information that we're discussing, that we're engaging, that we're sharing is accurate, and that you have something to take away from it. So without you pushing us to make sure that we have that, would we really have the desire to get up and do it every morning? Cheers with the non-alcoholic to many more episodes. Thank you, Ebony Susie. Yeah, I should have got me a Heineken Zero to pop this morning in celebration, right?
But no, Jamal, I have to concur and just piggyback from that. And again, for me, we went into this knowing that politics wasn't something that I was like really gun ho about. And Jamal's like, no, we're going to do it, Sherry. And I'm like, but
Yeah.
it has helped to broaden my mind and understand about politics and the Bermuda Police Service. I also want to indicate that those episodes have been also eye opening in regards to what they're bringing to the table, how they're trying to connect with the community, even
Mhm.
through us. And so I definitely enjoy that. Now, I am like, I graduated from with my master's like some years ago, and
What
I
year?
swear this 2001.
Okay, the year I started college. Go ahead. Sorry.
And
Undergrad.
your point being,
Oh, I
okay.
was just saying, no, nothing. No.
So with that being said, I feel like this is like the master's plus or the extension to the master's degree. Because when I tell you the amount of links that Jamal sends to me to look at, I'm like,
Oh,
sir.
even a squabble last night, folks. You trust me. Even a squabble last night. What have you learned from engaging on the daily hour? Christine Pierman says the choices of your guests and their topics are wonderful. I also enjoy the banter between you all. Congratulations on your 500th episodes. Thank you so much, Christine Pierman.
Thank
Jamaica Smith says it's been interesting to learn of people's jobs, roles, services within the community. Samcat Place says too many episodes to choose from, guys, but there has been a lot of political and general info that I've learned. Keep up the job. You provided a great platform for folks to express their voice. Karen Simmons says this show reignited my thoughts that learning never stops. Listening to and growing with the guests and audience has been amazing for me. Hadley and Stevenson Swan says I learned about myself that I didn't realize I can obsess over Jamal Hartman as I yearn to see him daily, yet still love my husband to death. Sorry, but not sorry.
What about me, heads? What about
Sister
me?
Helene, I love you too, sister. I love you too. And trust me, I appreciate your husband as well. But no, it means a lot, honestly. And some of the things I share internally with this team, I actually can use foul language every now and then when I congratulate them and the work that they do. You guys, trust me, it's a lot of work. We meet once a month, we go through stuff to try to make sure that we're staying steady and evolving as the show goes on. If you look back at the first episode where Dexter Smith was the guest, to now, you will see a big shift and big difference.
Yeah.
Leanna coming on the show to provide our first actual news break was huge for us, and I love the way that you all have loved her and accepted her in this space for your daily news. To Sherry coming on board and just being happy all the damn time. I don't know what's that about. And providing that balance to what you all, you call me this name that begins with a G and an R, and to provide that balance. To Phil being so willing and open, despite having a young son, is hilarious. But making the time and space to be a part of this community conversation and learning how to do the board. Like, I trust me, it wasn't easy trying to get them on board. Larry Marshall Jr., who he's truthfully the only one I grew up with, a friend who if you know him, is the one the shy side. This is not his element, but if you've watched him grow in this space, and I'll never forget an episode with him in particular. Last summer, is the Olympics took place, and what's the runner girl in the U.S.? She got suspended. Shakari,
Richardson.
yes, and everyone was just on like when she came back and she raced and she got beaten badly by all the other runners, and he actually broke down and explained things that none of us, including the audience, knew. He said, well, truthfully, she probably shouldn't have run because when you're suspended, you can't communicate with your coach, you can't do this. So the information that he's brought from that perspective has been helpful. Then you've got Sancha. After Sancha was a guest on the show with Sherry and I mean, I'm like, she's literally great. Everyone just thought like she would be a great addition to us. And then listening to my colleagues, I'll never forget the conversation. December 30th, 2021. Leanna, Sherry, and myself, we were burnt out. Like, we were flat out, and we had a conversation, and the goal was to add to the team so that we don't have to necessarily wake up every day and do it, but we can rotate with people and have breaks in between. And so the latest edition, Maya. I'm sure she'll grow into the show as well, and you all have embraced her well. But it's work. It's work. It's not getting up every morning, rolling out of bed, brushing your teeth, washing your face, and just showing up on camera. The tremendous amount of work. And let me be clear, all of them have jobs, folks. Every last one of these have jobs. So this is not a main job for them. This is them doing what they love, something they love, right? And so getting them to do the research, do the work it takes to do this every morning. I can't thank them enough. I really can't thank them enough. I'm grateful for it. And I can't believe I'm saying all this publicly and not in the group chat. Yeah. I said that
And
part.
it's
I
and
said,
it's yeah, you said it, but it's being recorded, and I'm just absolutely loving. This is one of my favorite episodes thus
well,
far.
this is why I'm telling you nothing. This is why I'm telling you nothing. Michelle, what for you, Sherry?
The message about community has been the most important message. I have to agree, Michelle.
And I'm going to touch on that community. I'm going to touch on that as we wrap the discussion up this morning and I'm thank you for that, Michelle, because I don't want that to get lost in it all. Sancha Durham says, "Good morning, congrats."
Hey,
Philip Trott and David Michael R. Wilson for you, Sister Sherry.
I learned that running the show is not as easy as it looks. So when Jamal has to do the show on on his own, makes it more impressive. Aw.
Yeah, Phil. I can't wait till you start doing the radio too, bro.
Phil is hilarious. I've learned from David Michael R. Wilson, I've learned that history should no longer be a mystery, but rather that we should embrace, teach, and keep learning it to continue the cycle. Absolutely.
You know, I
Absolutely.
I've said recently, I've been impressed with so many guests, Dr. Karika Weldon, Sir John Swan. I've been impressed with Paula Cox's transparency when she came on last year. I've little Alira Place. It is a Dira Alira.
Adira.
Dira, yeah. Just how she warmed up to us last year, the youngest person to ever come on the show. We had the latest from KPMG who've trusted this platform recently. But I said earlier this year that my favorite episode was Sancha. Like again, just from a person with businesses and just how open she was about things that I really appreciated that. Another person who owned a business was Dakia O'Brien. Dakia,
Mhm.
when she came on in the first year and she spoke about a Wild Wings Wednesday. I mean, one of the most transparent conversations. She said, "Look, I'm a chef. I'm not an accountant. I don't do marketing." Like it brought life to entrepreneurship. Isn't about doing
Yes.
something and being successful because you like to draw or like you like to do something. You need expertise in other areas. But also, I say all that to say, Kelsey and Thompson and Shawan
Mm.
Zane, like if those are not some of your most like favorite episodes, not saying it has to be your favorite, but the way that Shy, our social media person, has used that and people have embraced it, and little Maddox in Sancho's son Maddox in his Gombe uniform, to me, I honestly it gives me chills knowing how we're helping people be drawn to our culture and our traditions and the history and embracing it. So thank you all. Reese Sam says, "I thoroughly enjoyed this show, not to mention my toddler absolutely loves the theme song." You know what? We
That is
shared a
gorgeous.
video of a young lady dancing to the theme song the other day. So folks, you think we should do a contest of people dancing to the theme song? What's your thoughts? Maybe we should do a prize contest.
Yes, I think so, Jamal. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot of sherry shakes in there.
Uh,
Oh, I'm excited. But I concur for
don't
everything. No, no, no. I concur again for everything that you said, Jamal. And again, we appreciate you for showing up every day and doing this because, as you said, it's a lot of work, and it's so many other people behind the scenes, right?
Mhm.
That also are a part of this. And yeah, I have to get up and do a full beat.
I weren't gonna mention none damn. I weren't gonna
Uh,
I weren't gonna
I have to
mention
go do a light full beat, which means makeup and hair and all of this kind of stuff. And then about 9 o'clock is all washed off like this never happened. And then Jamal starts hitting me with information for the next day. Oh,
yeah, no,
this.
it happens. It happens. But no, you saying that, like I and they don't like to be named, but I mean the people on the advisory board, a lot of the stuff that we do on this show is them. I don't take credit for it. Like us airing these shows again throughout the day, that was from Rashida Burgess on our board and Charles Jaffers II, like these ideas to the proper intro and outro. Remember, we didn't have an intro and outro on the show. That was Rashida Burgess again pushing like a lot of stuff. Certain people being on this show. That's Cherie Dill, our chair of our board in the company. Like the person who puts everything together for this show, that's Shanta. The person who makes sure everyone's paid, that's Keitha. Like there's a lot of moving parts to this show. And so I want to share something with people though, Sherry, before we go back to the comments and wrap the discussion up. So like, you know, a lot of people just see the Daily Hour, they think, oh, this is it. And I remember my conversation with Maya when I was in Bermuda. And, you know, I think even with her is she didn't realize like this is not me. This is all of us. I'm a piece of it. My voice may be the loudest or most aggressive voice in the room at times, but it's a lot of moving pieces. When you go into Marketplace, when you go into People's Pharmacy, when you go to North Shore Medical, when you go into the airport and you hear music, that is all a part of Bermuda Communications Group, right? So understand that the Daily Hour is a small piece that you're contributing to a greater cause. This is what we're doing for our community. Let's go through these final few comments and then wrap it. Maybe Leanna has something to say on the 500. You know what? It's a trivia question out there, folks. Check our social media. We're going to be giving some real giveaways. A trivia question, and I want to see if people get it right because nobody on the Daily Hour team has answered in the Daily Hour chat. Nobody knows. Sherry says she knows the answers, but she hasn't told me. So I'll let you know the answers. Charmaine Richardson says, I've learned so much from the Daily Hour. Hats off to the team. Thank you. Sean Smith says, I have learned a lot from the young guests and what they are doing in and out of Bermuda. Lauren Darrow says, congratulations. You guys are awesome. Sean Bell says, I love you that you allow viewers to express their thoughts without judgment. The different guests and wide scope of areas that they cover. Love the host as well. You guys rock. Thank you. Thank you. Renee Simmons says, and a little late, but congratulations on your 500th episode. Well done, TDH. Thank you, Renee. Phil Trott says we're supposed to wash our faces before we go on air. Oops, I'm joking. I have to get reminded sometimes, Phil. Trust me. I have to get reminded. Seriously. I'm not lying. I'm Jackie Eve and Renee Simmons for you, Sherry.
Opportunities we've have presented to your guests to share their roles in the community and allowing us to be made aware of it all. Congrats on 500th. And it's a great show to get others' perception on what happens within our little island community. A place to learn, listen, and grow. I like that, Renee.
Indeed. Sancho out there being a baby. Don't start crying, Sherry. Don't do it.
I know. I'm right here, Biffy Sancho. I'm holding it back.
Nicky Harper says, I love that idea. Which idea was it? James Burt says, TDH, thank you very much for helping me gain a better understanding and increase love of my community. This is hugely important to me, not only to be listening to smaller, more insular bubbles. I got you.
Okay.
Michelle White says the TDH community is growing, and with that, I believe we can uncover the answer to Bermuda's future. The show with Sir John Swan was so insightful, having Craig Simmons explain our economics. I want to give a big shout out to Craig Simmons. Craig Simmons, Mr. Simmons is probably the most community person that we've had. When I say that, he is always willing to come on and discuss things and make sure we're understanding. Even when he's on, he says, okay, I don't want to sound like a nerd. He says his words, let me, go a different angle. Mr. Simmons, to me, needs to be in every conversation involving our economics. And I am grateful that he continues to make himself available to come on this show to have these conversations. Traveling Charlie says, Jamel, thank you for your vision on filling a gap in our community. Thank you for your support. Aww. And thank you to the whole team on the collective work to provide a first-class conversation on a daily hour.
Like that.
Helene Stevenson Swan says, I strongly appreciate the behind-the-scenes people. Thumbs up to them. And Marquita Lee says, congratulations on 500 episodes. The show is awesome. I want to say something. So, folks, we actually are launching today the TDH community. Right? If you go on our website, thedailyhour.com, obviously the first prompt's going to tell you to subscribe to the website. Do that. But then you're going to scroll down right below the picture of us, and it says TDH community. The official TDH community was created to bring members of the Daily Hour audience to be the change agent, together to be the change agents our community needs. Through empowering activities and events, we will creatively and consistently engage people in meaningful and thought-provoking ways with hopes of improving our community one act at a time. As a member of the TDH community, you will receive a gift bag of goodies, exclusive invitations to TDH activities and quarterly events, as well as private group messaging via WhatsApp. Membership is only $10 per month. It's on a calendar basis, so January to December. Now, let me be clear about this. This is not charity. This is empowerment. What does that mean? We're not about picking up trash and feeding the homeless. We want to provide opportunities where we eliminate that need. We would rather focus on eliminating the need by creating opportunities and finding ways to work with entrepreneurs and educators. I'll give you an example. Our focus is, instead of giving you a bag of groceries with chips and junk food, why not go to the people who can teach us how to grow our own food? That's what the TDH community is about. It's not charity, it's community. And there is a difference. So if you go on our website, you can register for the TDH community right there. And if you would like, we can send it to you as well. But community, not charity. Let's bring Leanna in before she slapped me, because I think we're a bit fine. Good morning, Lee. How are you, Sharon?
Good morning and happy 500 episode. We was doing our dance in the background this morning, and our guests were shaking with us, and we were singing "It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday." And then Jamal just did not join us because the Hartman bounce is just so. But you know what? Today is all about good vibes and good energy. So we're going to leave that at home as we celebrate the Daily Hour show today.
Yeah. That's what Lee, I've got to ask you. I know we're a bit behind time, but these type of shows we usually go a bit over. But you've been on the show over a year. Thank you for answering my text after hours at times. Everyone thinks, like, when it comes to Leanna, she can do no wrong with me, whatever. That's not true. She just doesn't do anything wrong. I'm joking. But no, what is your, what do you think? Like, what have you learned from engaging on the Daily Hour? Like, what's been one of your favorite things about doing this?
Honestly, I keep it as simple as the team that I work with and being able to engage with the community. I think I've said it before on this show. I've always wanted to be a part of a platform that inspires change and has engaging conversation about what's the best ways and ideas to help move our country forward. So I actually just have to say that I appreciate the platform and having to be a part of it. It is one of the things that starts my day first thing in the morning. My mom is up walking at 4 a.m. or other people are cooking breakfast or, going to the gym, but we're getting ready. We're trying to get pretty for you. And, sometimes it's a struggle in the morning, but when we turn on this camera and we're ready to speak to our audience and deliver our messages, I feel like that is one of the most rewarding feelings for first thing in the morning for me. So being a part of this platform and having the just conversations with some great people with knowledge and inspiration is just what makes it all worth it.
Indeed. And she just made me think of an email we received from someone in the audience yesterday, and it really made my day. And it was pretty much how community helps one another. So we always joke how Sherry and I have never met in person, right? But an audience member who had two people in the audience had never met one another, but someone was having trouble with phone roaming and basically helped the other one get roaming while they were outside of Bermuda, based on the conversation on the show with Frank Emerald. So like things like that, that's what we mean by community, helping one another in times of need. So no, we appreciate it, Lee. Let you get over to the news break.
Yeah, but I want to say I've never met Sherry in person either.
Really?
I have not. No. We've never had a face-to-face, but
we have, but we didn't know each other like that at the CTA, I think it was.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, during the pandemic. Okay, got you.
Yeah, but we just didn't know each other like that.
Right. No. But there we go.
Consider both yourselves lucky. All right. Let's
over to you, Lee.
Over to you, Lee.
Thanks, Jamal and Sherry. TGIF, everyone. It is Friday again and the end to the traditional work week. Good morning to all of those that are tuned in with us. I hope everyone is having a great start to their day and is ready for the upcoming weekend. I'm Leanna Lambert, and it's time for the Daily Hour News Break brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Well, in today's top stories, what has been self-proclaimed as the trial of the year officially started in magistrates court yesterday with a couple accused of breaking mandatory COVID-19 quarantine rules earlier this year. 52-year-old Sophia Cannonier and husband 46-year-old Michael Watson have denied refusing to comply with a mandatory quarantine and failure to complete a travel authorization form. Now, they have also pleaded not guilty to leaving their home on July 20th before the end of their quarantine period. Ms. Cannonier has also denied allowing unauthorized people to visit her on the same day. Now, roughly 10 supporters greeted the couple with protest signs outside the Dame Louis Brown Evans building before the start of the trial yesterday. So far, the court has heard from health officials Roxanne Thomas, who said that the couple returned to the island with their two children on a British Airways flight without proof of vaccination and a TA form. Ms. Jackson said she had instructed them to complete their travel authorization forms, but they did not and left the airport. Now, health officials Armel Thomas and police officer Gianna Jones are said to have followed the family outside, attempting to escort them to the bus and speak to them, but were repeatedly ignored. The trial continues. Meanwhile, the Bermuda's CONCACAF Nations League Group B match against Montserrat, which was scheduled to be held at the Philadelphia Stadium on Tuesday, has been canceled. Now, according to a BFA statement, the organization is said to have received a notification from CONCACAF to confirm the match would no longer be played. The Montserrat Football Association has unfortunately decided to withdraw from the match, number 65 of the CONCACAF Nations League Group stage, originally scheduled on Tuesday, June 14th, which was supposed to be held in Bermuda. Now, the CONCACAF Disciplinary Committee said that they will be evaluating the situation and take the final decision of the outcome of the match and notify both member associations accordingly. Now, the reason behind the decision appears to remain unknown to the BFA. However, they say that they look forward to the outcome. Our Gombe Warriors are currently in the Dominican Republic, preparing to face Montserrat on Saturday. And for our Feel Good Friday story of the day, we're taking the time to celebrate ourselves because sometimes there's nothing wrong with acknowledging your accomplishments. The Daily Hour News Break is sending a huge congratulations to the Daily Hour for making it to their 500th episode. Each day comes with ups and downs and challenges. However, the entire team, whether behind the scenes or on the front line, they seem to pull it together to deliver a rewarding start to the day, married with great conversation, amazing guests, and teaching moments. So happy 500th episode from us. Taking a look at today's weather, we have a high near 80 and a low near 74 degrees. On this Friday, we can expect a few showers about as early clouds linger the area, but we will see a brighter afternoon as the day continues. Now, a weak trough will bring cloudy spells and a few showers to our area until later on Saturday. Thereafter, high pressure reclaims the area, bringing a return to warmer, brighter, and drier conditions. This weekend will be mostly sunny. That's all for our Daily Hour News Break brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Now let's head back to Jamal and Sherry in the studio for today's Daily Focus.
All righty. Thank you so much for that, Lee. Sherry, you've got days of the year for us, right?
That was so sweet, Lee. I just have to say that. June is Care for Your Grandparents Month. With people living longer and longer lives, the role of grandparents grows more confusing. So take some time to consider your family and care for your grandparents. And I also have a day in history. In 1977, on this day, Apple Computer ships its first Apple II computers. How
What day?
cool
What
is
year
that?
was that?
And on this
Oh.
in 1977.
So you were alive. No, no.
Channel good energy, Sherry. Good
I
energy.
am. I am. But I always have something in the back pocket that will
We
come out
know,
soon.
we know.
But it usually flies over his head most times.
Yeah, but it's because
Yeah.
he's so short. So,
Yeah.
he doesn't
That
even
I
have
do
to
know.
talk at this
See,
point.
His legs are swinging right now as in the chair that he's
I
in.
see it. It's just that,
we got a comment for you to read. Lee, go ahead.
Congratulations on your 500 episodes. As a more mature person, I look forward to the show every day. I have learned so much. Thank you for keeping me up to date. Love the show. That's from Aunt Pam. Love you, Aunt Pam.
I just love how she says as a mature person. That's my.
You got to.
We've got Michael Daniels, who said the show has exposed me to a generation that is younger than mine. Sherry, younger than you. How old are you? I do not agree with all of your ideas, but I'm thankful that you guys exist and you're a thinking intelligent. You are a thinking intelligent group of people. Thank you for your support.
I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, let before you go, Lee. Let me just say this. So, I honestly can't believe it's been 500 episodes, and I don't think we understand the magnitude of that number. There are sitcoms, there are podcasts that don't even reach 100, right? So I'm thankful and so grateful to every last person who has supported us along the way. This is the best audience we could have asked for, and because of them, we exist. So thank you to our current team of hosts and past hosts for their contribution, past guests who valued the platform enough to come on, and of course our sponsors for believing in what we do. See, we're not here for likes. We're focused on improving our community, one conversation at a time. Looking forward to doing that in expressive ways that people can say, you know what? I'm glad to be a part of that. I am hopeful for our community because the Daily Hour exists. So thank you all, and cheers. There's water in here to at
Coffee.
least 500.
Oh, put yours back up, Jamal.
Yes.
Are you taking a picture?
I need to be. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm coming.
We're just going to stay. Sherry, we got to go.
Okay, bye. I got it.
Have a wonderful day, Lee. We'll see you on
Friday. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We've got Keisha Webb from the Bermuda Tourism Authority coming up. Do not forget, go on our website, fill out the form, become an official member of the TDH community. Sandra, we're going for like some morning yoga. We're going to have a little, maybe we're going to have a summer cruise for the TDH community, or like a little brunch or something. Yeah. Oh, I'm sharing too much. I'm not supposed to
sharing too much.
Oh, they got to join first. All right, Sherry, let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back with Keisha Webb, and we'll talk about some. You all know I'm not really big on boats, right? So sailing takes so much. It takes so much courage. Seriously.
Yes.
Like you're out on a small boat, and the wind. You're relying on the wind to get you to your destination. Nah, we'll talk to Keisha about that when we get back.
People's ACW, located at King Edward VII Memorial Hospital, carries over-the-counter medicines, toys, cards, and even toiletries. Our knowledgeable staff are there whether you're at emergency, visiting family, or a member of BHB staff, to show you our best even when you're feeling your worst. People's ACW, we're here for you.
Hi, I'm Karen, a nurse at the old folks home. These long hours used to kill my feet until my hairdresser told me about a great place to buy a pair of clogs. Medical House. Finally, relief. They also carry uniforms in bright, bold colors. And not to mention the support stockings.
Karen, Miss Soltis read her bed again.
Oh gosh, these days I need all the support I can get.
Medical House has relocated next to the Dendy Town Field, number 6 Bakery Lane, Pembroke.
It's the first flush of summer, and now that we have at last returned to our customary outdoor lifestyle, we're featuring the Organic Revolution solution to skin protection from high UV levels. Alba Botanica, leader in the field of alternative skincare, who reject the use of chemicals whose names are tongue twisters, and harness the power of tried and tested traditional herbs to afford a high SPF. Try Alba Botanica 95% Aloe After Sun Gel and Lotion, SPF 70 Maximum Sunscreen Spray, and Sunless Tanning Lotion. Lindo's, why go anyplace else?
All right, welcome back to the big show. Sherry Van Poel, I'm Jamel Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by Medical Host, One Communications, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed on our website so you don't miss a chance for updates, promotions, prizes, and more. Also, if you're on the go and you can't watch us, that's okay. Download the BCG Radio app available for Android and other devices. And you can listen to us every time we go live, as Sherry and I and Phil and Larry and Maya and Leanna and Sencha bring you the best of Bermuda every morning. Let's bring Keisha into the conversation. We've got some things we've got to talk about. Good morning, Keisha. How are you?
Good morning. How's everyone today?
We're
Good
good.
morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Well, I mean, I'm a bit tired. We've been doing this for 500 days, apparently. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Congratulations.
Thank you. But let's get to the conversation. So we're here at Bermuda Tourism. You all always involved in something. So now it's sailing, right? Now, first, before we get into the Clipper, isn't the Newport to Bermuda race taking place right now?
It is. It is on schedule, and I believe their boats begin to arrive the day before the Clipper Rice departs Bermuda.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a tight schedule.
It's a sailing thing going on. All right, cool. So, well, first off, the Newport to Bermuda race, one of the oldest races going. But speak to us about the Clipper race. What is it, the Clipper race?
Yes, the Clipper Race is the only event of its kind which trains people from all walks of life to become ocean racers. It was founded by Sir Robin Knox Johnston. He was the first person to sail solo nonstop around the world. I would say more than 25 years ago. And so this current Clipper Race has 700 participants in each edition of the leg of the race. And it's coming to Bermuda for the first time for a stopover beginning this weekend.
Interesting. Again, I admire sailors. I've been up to when the Newport to Bermuda race was starting. I've been on some starter boats and so on. And I'm just like, don't go too far. I need to see land, man. I need to see land.
It is a very brave journey.
Absolutely. Who usually participates in this race? Is it like when I think of sailing races, America's Cup, it could be people's, professional sailors, but could amateur sailors, like could Bermudians participate? Who participates?
Yes, they can. Bermudians could participate. So the Clipper Race actually is made up of a mix of professional sailors and non-experienced sailors. So 40% of the race crew have never sailed before. They sign up for an intensive 4-week training. They apply actually to see if they're accepted. I guess if there's some medical requirements or just their interest. So anyone can sign up. There is a link on the Clipper Race website that encourages sign-ups. And I just found out yesterday for the next season of Clipper Race, which is 23 to 24, they're almost at capacity from interested parties who would like to actually join this. But yeah, anyone can sign up. Bermudians can participate. And we actually had 9 persons from Bermuda all the way back in 2019, which seems so long ago with the pandemic and everything. But 9 persons applied and 2 were successful in being accepted into the Clipper Race.
Wow, that means you could do it, Jamal. They said people with no experience. That is all you. And it's small enough for you to fit in, I believe. But you know what, Keisha, you're with Bermuda BTA. So what is your role in the Clipper Race?
Yes. So my Bermuda Tourism job title is Experience Manager Sales. At the moment, I'm the project lead for the Clipper Race Bermuda Stopover. So it's pretty much the logistics for making sure that the race enters Bermuda correctly, whether it be from their immigration, health, customs standpoint to where they stay when they get off the boat so that they have some time off the boat and have a hotel room to go to, as well as basically organizing promotions for public tours, school tours, anything that has to do with the host port requirements with the yacht club and much more.
Oh, wow. And so, and that That is something that happens in each port. There's a
Yes,
host that has to do those type of rules as well. That's
indeed.
very interesting. And you mentioned there were 9 people that signed up from Bermuda, and 2 are successful. Tell me about those 2, and maybe not who they are. They may not want anybody to know, but
Indeed.
what kind of things that they needed to go through to become part of a team.
Yes. So the 2 persons that were selected, there was some news stories about them back in 2019, 2020. They were Matthew Stevens and Shannara Smith Rooks, and they were selected by the Clipper Race team. And Matthew actually sailed from Seattle to Panama. So he left Bermuda in April, and then he joined our vessel, which is Go to Bermuda, and he sailed from Seattle to Panama. And we also have Shannara Smith Rooks, who is an ambassador as well, who will likely join everyone when they arrive in Bermuda to welcome everyone on island, whether it be visitors or locals, to tour the boats and enjoy time in Bermuda. So we're hoping that they'll tag team and show Bermuda what it's like for them on board the Clipper yacht.
Mm.
Awesome. And so we are all about community on this show. So how can our Bermudian community get involved with the Clipper race?
Indeed, indeed. So the boats will begin to arrive this Sunday. The arrival window could be anywhere from 9 p.m. to 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, if some people are night owls and not out and about, I don't know, crawling Front Street or just hanging out, they could maybe glimpse the boat come in, one of the boats or any of the boats that are coming in. The actual host port is the Royal Bermuda Yacht Club, so they will berth on their outside slip there. So it's a chance they could see them, or if they're an early riser and they could be up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. when there's still some light, they might be able to see some of the vessels arriving. And our Go to Bermuda yacht is actually in second place right now, which is great. So I didn't mention that Bermuda is twofold represented in the Clipper Around the World race. That we are host port, which is the requirement of Royal Bermuda Yacht Club to provide a place for the yachts to berth. And then we also are participant in the race. And I mentioned just previously that we are in second place, which is really good. We actually were in third place when we entered Panama, and we've moved up one. And it looks like we might still stay in second place when they enter Bermuda. At the moment, they were journeying. When I checked yesterday, we're journeying past Turks and Caicos in the Bahamas, and I think now they're back out in open water, and they are on schedule to be in Bermuda on Sunday.
Nice.
Let me just, before we go and ask a question, Jamel, real quick. I am a novice about it all, Keisha. Like,
Mhm.
when you took on this role, how much about sailing did you really know, or was it a learning experience of how time
Mhm.
goes? I'm sitting here like you're just rolling stuff off the tongue.
It was a learning experience. I didn't know anything about sailing other than there's a boat and you get on and it goes. But my idea was of a cabin cruiser. Like, I don't like a small boat. I need something that's 42 feet or larger, and I'll go on and you have a motor and there's a captain. He handles it and he navigates Bermuda for me while I just enjoy, maybe sip a cocktail. So with the Clipper yachts, they do sail, but they do also have a motor. They don't use the motor, I don't think, during the race. But for example, on next Wednesday, June 15th, a few of the Clipper yachts will be in Hamilton Harbor, and they will motor along the harbor just so that people can see them as a parade of sail. So I had to learn the terminology when I say, "Oh, are we going out for a sail tonight?" And they're like, "No, actually, it's going to be a motor." And I'm like, "Well, what's the difference?" They're like, "Well, you're using the sail and the wind to actually move the boat, and then when they use the motor is when they're not actually sailing." To me, it's still kind of confusing. To me, it's still sailing.
The boat's moving. What
No, the
boat?
boat's moving, so it's sailing.
Yeah.
But it's only sailing with the actual sail flag. Sailing.
I'm with you. So right now, I mean, it's pretty much good to say that with the Newport to Bermuda, I think June 17th, with the clip around, it just seems like Bermuda's in a good space as far as sailing. I know that with the sail GP, I think it's called recently, they had the Endeavor program, is it called? The Endeavor
They
program?
did. Mhm.
So with sailing, there's going to be less Jamel and Sherry's where they have no sailing experience to
I
more,
think
which is
so.
a good thing. Which is a good thing because I think one of the things we want is we want to ensure that these events lead to growth in our community and opportunities for people. The BTA has played a vital role in making sure this happens. And Sherry just asked you, how can the community get involved? One of the things that I wouldn't be myself if I didn't ask you, and it's fine if you can't answer, but the community often has questions of how they're benefiting from these kinds of these events, right? How is the community and the greater public benefiting from the sailing events?
I believe it provides exposure for Bermuda and also to the community. We want the community to buy in and to understand and be interested in these kind of events. I know sailing isn't everyone's cup of tea. It isn't my cup of tea to go on board and journey across the ocean. And, there's a chance that there's going to be these really huge waves and, we're going to be wet most of the time. But I think there's a bigger portion of the race and sailing that's interesting, I guess, just to see the beauty of the boats. And I think that's where my admiration for the race actually grew, was just to see these vessels, these huge sails. And sometimes when you're on board and you're actually out sailing or motoring with them, and you see that huge piece of material that's up in the sky, up on this mast, and the wind is pushing it and we're moving along, like it's just an appreciation for what Mother Nature can actually do and how you can use the natural harness of the wind to get around. And that's what people probably did before there were motors, before there were cars, before there were bikes. It's amazing. And I think if you just find one piece that interests you, then maybe the local community will have an interest in the race. And then also being able to know that that we have locals that are, out there and being exposed to the world. And all it takes is one step to, maybe research something on Google and to read a little bit of information and decide to apply and just say, hey, I'm just going to give it a shot just to see what happens. I mean, I felt so proud knowing that Matthew and Shannara were selected, and to speak with them and talk with them and just looking at them while they speak and have been exposed to radio interviews, they made me so proud looking at them, because they're so brave. They're young, they're 21 and 23, and I couldn't imagine being that age with no friends or family around and deciding I'm going to circumnavigate the world along with people that I don't know and people who are learning just like me or who may not be as experienced.
Proud mama, you sound like proud mama. I love it. Where can people go to get more information about the Clip Around?
Yes, they can go to cliparoundtheworld.com.
cliparoundtheworld.com. Keisha, thank you so much.
Thank you.
On such short notice, last night, right? We appreciate you all. And
You did well.
if there's anything further that you need us to communicate to the Bermudian public and the TDH community, we've got you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You as well. Keisha Webb, folks, if you appreciated today's conversation, give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Good conversation there. BTA Clip Around sailing. I love to watch it. I'm not a sailor, but I'm going to watch it all day, every day, and maybe get on one of those boats, right? The starter boats.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Real quickly, folks, we've got people signing up for the TDH community already. Yeah, we've got people signing up for the TDH community already. Go to our website. Obviously, first prompt, you got to subscribe, but go to our website. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. We're going to wrap it up, got some daily play, and we're going to do some giveaways. We're going to do multiple giveaways with a hashtag, so stick with us.
A lot happens around your home. That is why at One Communications, we have introduced affordable security and video monitoring, because everyone should be able to afford to protect their family. Anytime, from anywhere, One Home Security keeps you connected and puts security in your hands with an easy-to-use smartphone app to control everything. Home security is important to keep you and your family safe. Motion-activated cameras around your home and security monitoring within create a complete security system providing protection both inside and outside your home. Professional monitoring means that there's someone on call with 24/7 protection to notify the authorities and help keep you and your loved ones safe. We are dedicated to whole home protection with indoor and outdoor cameras, smart door locks, motion sensors, and more, so you'll always be connected to what matters most. With professional installation, no upfront hardware fees, and low monthly rates, because keeping your family safe should be affordable for everyone. Total home video monitoring and security, there's no better way to protect your home than with One Home Security.
I'm part of the SSCP, giving us opportunities to go out and sell, which is what I'm doing today.
One of the most important things I learned in the SSCP is that failure is just a part of being an entrepreneur.
If there's a vote community, then you can't go anywhere, can you? I just believe it's a really beautiful and amazing experience for everybody.
A lot of late nights being up, trying to finalize things, especially for me.
You don't have to do everything at once. Little steps is the key to success.
They helped me go through every step of the way.
It has helped me gain more confidence, so that's one thing.
I'm Marley Spriggs, and I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Joshua Allen, and I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Trey Robertson Richards, and I am an entrepreneur. My name is Namira Rayner, and I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Vincent Darrell, and I am an entrepreneur.
I'm Shayla Swan, and I'm an entrepreneur.
I am Sophia Pasenhan. I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Zion, and I'm a young entrepreneur.
All right, welcome back to the big show. Thanks again to every last one of you. Thanks again to One Communications, Medicals, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. It's time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Heineken 0.0. Great taste, no alcohol. Sherry, I'm ready. Let's have it, lady.
All right, I got 3 questions for you. First one, 90s girl group TLC song No Scrubs was written by 2 members of another famous 90s group, Escape. What are the names of the 2 persons?
Scott Sisters.
Wrong.
Not Tiny and what's him girl? The pretty teeth.
Candy. Tiny and
Boris. Tiny and Boris. Okay.
Yeah. In Bermuda, there's a place that people would refer to as 21 Steps. What is the real name of this establishment?
What is? Oops, hold on. What is it? Let's play some music. What is 21 Steps? Let's see. Well, it was known as Captains back in the day, and then it lit lost in the triangle. Oh, let me give myself a good one.
1 out of 2 is great. On the show Martin, what was Shanae's best friend named?
Laquita or something like that?
Good job, Jamal. You wasn't sure.
I knew it was something. Laquita. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you would get that one. But 2 out of 3 is not bad. Still not all right, but that's all right.
Look, I'm got this player.
50%.
I'm got this player. You got Chicarina said Candy B, and I didn't know Tiny had a dinner.
Yeah.
Kevin Briggs, Candy, and Tamika Tiny Harris. All right. I forgot both. They had 2 girls named Tamika Scott, and Latasha Scott, and Candy Burris and Tiny. But mind you, I didn't know Tiny's real name until recently.
Okay, yeah. They Grammy, ASCAP awards, everything for that song. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, folks, look, let's do our first giveaway. So the hashtag is gonna be the Daily Hour. Hashtag the Daily Hour. That's for the giveaway. So as we wrap it up, I want to just say this much. Sign up for the TDH community. It's going to be some real intimate community stuff that we want to do. Why is the TDH community being created? Like we said, we want to take it beyond the conversation. We want to advance the conversation into actions. That's what's really going to help our community, advancing the conversation. When the action, I always say, we get lost and confused when it comes to community and charity. I'll repeat it. This is not charity. Our job as community is to eliminate the need for charity. So the example I gave earlier is what the TDH community is about. We want to help people grow their own food, not give them bags of groceries. Once those bags of groceries are gone, then they're back to square one. That's not helping our community. That's pretty much putting a band-aid on a broken bone. You ever seen a band-aid fix a broken bone? It don't work like that. So it's not about giving backpacks and then next year the same people who had backpacks this year needed backpacks this year need them again next year. Our job is to eliminate the need for charity, and doing so, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some, brunches and different events, and we're gonna party. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn, and we're gonna teach, and we're gonna grow our community in this space. So go sign up for the TDH community. The link's on our website. Once you get to the website, you're going to be prompted to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and then just go sign up. It's literally $10 a month, only $6 between now and the end of the year. And just hope it's more St. George's fans than Somerset.
Oh, it probably isn't, but and you might be able to see a Sherry sighting this summer.
Sherry sighting.
Yes, doing the Sherry shake.
Oh, why would we want to see the Sherry shake?
Nevertheless, as we move on,
Oh,
let's wrap up.
let's do the first draw. Yes, let's do the first draw. I'm sorry. Let's see who's got the first one. Let's see who we're gonna give a gift card and a new mug. Not the
What?
travel mug. So Sam Cat Place, man, this is her year on the Daily Hour. Sam Cat Place, send us an email right away. Right away. engage@thedailyhour.com. You were the first winner. We're gonna do two more, Sherry. Two more. So
Two more.
A mug and a gift card to one of our sponsors.
I need to touch Sam Cat.
Yeah. She's lottery. She's a winner. Let's do it again. Let's draw again. All right, folks. Keep hashtagging. Keep going. Let's do it again.
Big money. Big money.
And email us ASAP. All right. Who's it gonna be? I didn't even hit the drum roll. Sherilyn Johnson. All right, you get the second one. So she gets a gift card and a travel mug. So Sherilyn Johnson, we're gonna do the drum roll for the last one.
Okay.
The last one. Let's do it. All right. You all ready? You ready, Sherry?
Yes, come on. I'm ready.
All right.
I want one of those travel mugs. No.
You thought Sam Cat Place was coming in for another one, right?
Congratulations, Jackie. I was like, no way.
Yeah, so please, to Jackie E. Sherilyn Johnson and Sam Cat Place, congratulations. Please email us right away, engage@thedailyhour.com, so you can get your travel mug and a $25 gift. Well, I think they're 20. It could be 50. I don't know. Let me stop stepping one. That's not my lane. But please send an email to engage@thedailyhour.com. You'll get a gift card to one of our sponsors as well as a travel mug. Also, to everyone else, go and read the information. If you'd like to be a part of the CDH community and actually do the work, we're going to do a lot of stuff together. It's going to be fun. It's going to be engaging. Some of it may be, a little more fun than others. But sign up. Let's do this for our community. Our community, the work that we do is our community depends on the work that we do and can do. Sherry, you've got some daily inspiration for us?
I do. And I think this just pertains to the daily hour. It says, do what is right, not what is easy, nor what is popular. And that is from Roy T. Bennett. And that's what the daily hour is about.
Yeah,
we're doing what's right. It's not easy. And sometimes it's not popular. But hey.
Especially when Sherry gets on those politicians' nerves. So it's definitely popular.
Not me.
Yeah, you had Rosalind Famous Heart pumping. She is in, she is a win this morning. Well, Rosalind, here's the way you can do it. I believe our social media team, they're going to have a lot of giveaway options to celebrate our 500th episode this weekend on our social media platforms. So, folks, make sure you're engaging us on them for your chance to win. Now, I will say one of the questions that she shared this morning was about our first sponsor, who was the first sponsor of the Daily Hour. And I'm shocked that pretty much everyone's got it wrong. I'll leave it at that. I'm shocked. That's a hint for you. Karen Simmons says, congratulations, 500th episode, and it's today. Thank you all, honestly, thank you all. And thanks again to our partners, Medical Hours, One Communications, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy, for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you. We love you. We thank you so much for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you on Monday. She's Sherry Vanderpool. I'm Jamal Hartman. My friends, make it a safe and great weekend and register for the TDH community. Please do. Cousin Mark, much love to you. You've been here from day one. We appreciate you, my brother. Sign up, TDH community. Sherry, what you doing this weekend?
Nothing, I don't think. We'll see.
I like you said that. Nothing. A good way to enjoy the weekend. Started out from Miami last week for me. Peace out, sister. On the other side.